He threatened to blow up a Spokane building. Now he's escaped from federal custody, and his family and former neighbors fear for their lives. Tonight, U.S. Marshals and the FBI are looking for a domestic terrorism suspect who allegedly threatened to bomb some of Spokane's biggest social events.
He is a man who authorities say wants to cause mass casualties. Anthony Burke, also known as Anthony Garver, was just released from prison in West Spokane, but did not show up at the Garver Correction Center where he was supposed to finish off his sentence. That's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey is live. And Jeff, agents are worried Burke may be trying to make good on his threats.
Well, I mean, you would hope after 3 years in prison that Burke would be ready to put in a couple more weeks here at Garver and then get on with his life. However, he did not show up here on Friday. And this time he may be even more dangerous and angrier than he was before he got locked up the first time. Anthony Burke was released from a California prison on July 2nd and given a bus ticket to Spokane. In fact, this is a surveillance photo of Burke getting on the bus. But instead of reporting to Garver, 2 days later he shows up here at his folks' remote trailer off of Forker Road. Because he's estranged from his family, Burke doesn't know they've moved somewhere else, perhaps for their own safety.
All of his life he's been angry. He used to beat me and stuff, and it's probably his stepfather was the best at him.
The FBI started investigating Burke 3 years ago after his former cellmate walked into the federal building and said Burke was planning to bomb several Spokane landmarks and events.
The allegations were that Mr. Garver was going to use a fertilizer-type bomb and bomb a building in North Spokane, as well as create devices that could be used at public events such as Pig Out in the Park.
Then a search of his bag here at Sacred Heart, where he was getting mental health treatment, turned up a computer with bomb-making instructions and an Al-Qaeda training manual. Burke did his 3 years in prison for illegally possessing ammunition after being committed to a mental institution, but now even his brother is worried that Burke may be planning an attack.
People that he want to get revenge on was Dawn House, which lived right next to us, because she went in court and testified against him. And then he started writing angry letters to my grandma about my parents, so I assume he's going after them. And then I think he continued with what he wanted to do before. And according to court documents, what Burke wanted to do before he was locked up was create mass casualties with fertilizer bombs. He is unhappy with the U.S. presence in Iraq, and he has 3 years to become even less fond of authority figures, including police. And that's why U.S. Marshals say if you see him, you need to call 911. He is considered armed and dangerous. Agents from the Joint Terrorism Task Force say he has a very high risk of reoffending in our community. Reporting live on the West Plains, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.